we're gonna do 99 gold to transform 2 cards. I think we split the difference, do strike defend. We end up with 2 strike pluses, dagger throw and quick slash straight out of the gate. Excellent, excellent pickups. Things you absolutely love to see all the time. So typically we're looking to add in basically 3 common attack cards early on in the Silent to deal with these early fights, and then ultimately our first Elite too. But in this instance, we've already added 2 and removed a strike, so we don't have to, like, maybe we add 1 more if it's really good, like a Blade Dance. Or maybe we just immediately take a Bouncing Flask on floor 1. That's pretty good. Let's do that. We are going into the Hexagos. Bouncing Flask, if we can make it say plus, almost solves that fight already. I don't want to draw Bouncing Flask here. We just won't draw Bouncing Flask. Didn't even need it. Look at Bronze is also here. Flying Knee rounds out our common attacks to get through our first Elite, and I like a Flying Knee quite a lot. For sure not go to that shop. I personally might bet against my own Ironclad play. I probably would not bet against my own Silent play. Just saying. We'll take a Terror, just in case the Poison kit doesn't come totally online. Stab. I don't want to take Stab because we already have 3 common attacks. I really don't want to add in a 4th one. It is Hexaghost, but even so. Jerk. All right, this guy's on 14. We can do 12. Enough. Not going to kill him yet. I want to put this one in kill range. These are both guaranteed to be attacking. Exactly, yeah, this is exactly why. So we're going to kill these 2. And then be good. Hey, Flannel. Early Catalyst, yes, thank you very much. Making the Terror feel a bit more silly. Let's just make this say plus right away. If it's Lagavulin, it's not. But if it was, be feeling really good about that Catalyst upgrade. So something other than a Catalyst upgrade would have made that fight go just that much better. Early Deflect is okay. We have 2 sources of card draw already in here, so I guess we'll take an Early Deflect. Let's see, if we were to upgrade something, I think early Bouncing Flask upgrade, early Deflect upgrade helps quite a lot. Bouncing Flask just kind of beats out our next couple of elite combats. Yeah, let's do that. Early Mercury Hourglass is going to be one of our best damage relics that we could possibly pick up. That one and... Yikes. Preserved Insects. Both very, very good. We can stall out this fight for a few turns, almost certainly. Anyone know if the defect card recursion will channel a dark orb with 6 damage or the damage it's currently on? It'll keep the damage that it's currently at. Oh. Alright, almost got full value from that regen potion and come out ahead in this fight. Acrobatics is okay. I think we're going to skip it. We'll skip all this stuff for now. Didn't get a potion to... Oh, God. To replace that one. Would I like a Connie update? This is Connie just before going to the vet. Just to see if she's pregnant or not. Sure. Of course. Hey, a Flex Potion is here. Grand Finale and Tactician are always also here. Tactician would have been cute if we took that Acrobatics, but... Still a cat? Oh, well that's good. We wouldn't want Connie going and changing on us. Mercury Hourglass doing 9 damage per turn. Seems pretty swell. So this would go to 13 plus 8. We do get a kill on this back one with our Flex Potion. Yikes. Also, yikes. This is going to get really spooky. We drew almost all of our block as the deck shuffled. So, you know. I guess with the Bouncing Flask and the Mercury Hourglass, maybe it's okay. So you're taking 9, you're effectively on 15. Plus 3, 8. No, minus 3. 12. So this kills for next turn. Or we can do, what? 14 plus 2? We can't even kill this one this turn. Let's do this. Guarantee the kill here. Well, almost guarantee the kill. No, we guarantee it with Mercury. Spooky. Sundial is here. What's a backstab? I don't know. I don't really want to be taking this backstab now. It's already too late. Dagger Spray seems like it could be okay, but Dagger Spray always needs to say plus on it, so we'd have to upgrade it. Probably could afford it if we really wanted to. And maybe we take backstab. I'm just thinking, like, when we draw it with terror, it's going to be exceptionally good. Oh my god, why? Ugh. Irk. Unloaded backstab oxymoron. I like that. All right. Well, that looked pretty bad. If we hadn't taken the backstab, that fight actually would have gone much, much differently. So I like that pick a lot. Make Terror stay plus for next act, mostly. Okay, we do have Sundial for next turn. Not sure that it matters. Definitely does not matter. I've rerun the calculations. It does not matter. Cool. Confirm. Does FirstDane make it out of Act 1? Absolutely. Every single time. Never didn't have it. Early Wraith form is also excellent. Really wants to say plus on it, but we can afford to give out an upgrade at this point. And we have well-laid plans already, making Wraith form just that much better. Easy peasy. A really good 4 energy option here with Velvet Choker. Don't think we have any issues with Velvet Choker right now. There's maybe some combination here with 4 0-cost things on turn 1, but I don't think that matters. We'll go to 4 energy with a Velvet Choker. Certainly a world where maybe Astrolabe could be considered with a Happy Flower and Sundial, but I like 4 energy all the time. Not just some of the time, all the time. I doubt we're able to do that, but maybe sometimes. We don't exactly have the AoE we were talking about. That's the dagger spray we passed on, I think, twice. Also nice. Here. Take a ton of combats, too. We're set up okay for combats this act. Our boss is the Bronze Tomato. Do we ever take 3 combats? I like combats quite a lot. There's some high-rolly events in the second act. Upgrade all strikes, defends being one of them. We could also take 2 shops, removing 2 strikes. Also like that quite a lot. Just as card remove nodes, I think they're probably worth it at this point. Tonight points bet on yes, never change. Nobody else vote yes. We'll die for this. No, I won't. We're going to win. I think 2 strike removes is good. We'll do that. I value strike removes going into the second act so highly on the Silent. Very good, we're being attacked again. And Wraith Form already paying out. Excellent. Noxious fumes to treadmill our poison seems excellent. We are doing the poison thing once again. The problem with noxious fumes, I think, is that it's slow, but all in all, I like it quite a lot. Oh man. A good shelf snabbing does not sound good. Thinking about this Dark Shackles. We don't have the Piercing Wail yet. Or Frozen Eye. We could also do Frozen Eye things, but then we're not removing another strike. Let's see what's at the other shop. Let's keep going. Transform 2. We have 2 more strike removes here. Excellent. Excellent pickup. Oh, get a strike for a Bane and a Malaise. Everything is coming up Millhouse. Things you love to see. Also, things you love to see, we have an Art of War here if we wanted to do even more energy stuff. That's 5 energy most of the time. We don't really need to play our attacks. We can just lean into this Poison Kit. Lean into Malaise. That's great. Also just Acrobatics. We should probably take an Acrobatics, though. So we could do Acrobatics and then Strike Remove. Strikes are gone and stinky. Deadly Poison is great. Let's see if we're able to upgrade Deadly Poison if we take it. We're upgrading Wraith Form first for sure. Let's say Wraith Form. Maybe we're able to upgrade again. Looking to upgrade Well-Laid Plans, Noxious Fumes. It's a common card. Let's try not to buy it. What? Okay. Ouch. Haha. Turn 1, 25 damage. No. It's the one card I didn't want to draw. That's the theme of the run so far. Seven. So either we take 1 or we take 1. We'd have to discard Ascender's Bane to take 0 there. 1's fine. I should have done Bane there. That might have been better. 7 energy. Wow. That's a lot. You can have a really cool Malaise turn. There's a Piercing Wail plus. Makes me feel good about not buying that. Dark Shackles. I was thinking about Dark Shackles. Almost as good. Costs 1 energy, but 8 strength reduction. That almost opens the door to this Burning Elite. I still think Slavers is a huge problem. Let's just upgrade Wraith Form. We'll go for the Empowered Elite in Act 3. Leg Sweep is here. There's that Deadly Poison I was thinking about, too. Sweep the leg. Gives us something to do when we don't have Wraith form around. Don't attack me, jerk. Jerk. That's why we got that Piercing Whale plus, though. Very, very good. Loves things like an Orichalcum with with the Wraith form. I don't want to take damage this turn. So we can just throw down Catalyst Wraith form, defend, and we just win next turn. There might be a way with... Actually, maybe there was a way with this. Or a high roll on Bouncing Flask to also make that work. Spooky Ghost plus Spooky Ghost. Spooky Ghost plus Tungsten Rod. We haven't seen a Tungsten Rod in a while. I would like one of those here. Unceasing Top is exactly not what we want. You know, honestly, I mean, this might have a place with our Sundial Happy Flower thing, but Velvet Choker's going to stop it pretty quickly. Maybe we get some cards with this. I think it's going to be rare. Eternal Feather for some passive healing, I'll take. Thank you very much. Haha. It's incredible. 6 strength down. Work. Got him. Clean Snecko fight as well. Pick up a Blanc potion and a pretty easy skip button for me. Alright, we gain a ton of HP there. We've got some great upgrades here. It's a matter of, like, what are we going into next? We fought Gremlin Leader, so we're looking at Slavers or Book of Stabbing. If that's the case, we want to make... If it's Book of Stabbing, we want Malaise to say plus on it. If it's Slavers... I don't know if it matters, like if Noxious Fume says plus. Well-Laid Plan's also great when it says plus, but we'll do this for a Book of Stabbing. Egads. It's not Book of Stabbing. Thanks, Unceasing Top. We don't have our well-laid plans in play yet. might be able to get away with Spooky Ghost form with our Noxious Fumes. We have some damage coming up. We've got Catalyst coming around. Alternative plays would be Piercing Wail. Should probably just draw with Acrobatics first, because we could Piercing Wail, if we get well-laid plans, hang on to Wraith form and then do something else. I had the best intentions. Ouch. Oh yeah, maybe we actually were supposed to keep that one alive for Hourglass. This is a lot of energy. Okay, so this one is dead. Yeesh. Alright, we win this turn with Catalyst. Not so bad. Could have gone slightly better, but we're still at 45 and we have Eternal Feather. Not so bad. Get a boat thing, we get an anchor for our turn 1 Blanc. Excellent. We'll pass on all that stuff. A book thing. The only miss here is Necronomicon. I see a lot of people take the book. I always feel a little weird about it, because we have like a 1/3 chance to just completely miss here. Enchiridian's fine. Usually pretty good. Nilre's Build Your Own Adventure. I'm gonna skip. I don't like the book. What? Stupid weakness rounding. Alright, that should be the win. Taking 1 damage. Whoops. An explosive potion for our troubles. Second copy of Acrobatics. I'd rather have the first one say plus than take a second one right now. We're gonna skip this stuff too. Probably pass the time for Masterful Snap to be useful. And then I guess we're looking for poison application in Noxious Fumes. We only have the Bouncing Flax, so getting through the orbs and then actually stacking Catalyst for this fight is going to be the challenge. Turn 1 Bouncing Flask is great. Slow down. I think we should have done Neutralize first there. Definitely should have. He'd be at 6 poison then. Alright, this is fine. So they're taking Malaise in Wraith form. It's an okay Piercing Wail turn. All right, Noxious Fumes and Mercury Hourglass just ticking away here. Dealing with the orbs in pretty quick order. We're going to do a small trick here where we can throw Bane on the top right. If we allow Poison to kill this orb, the Wraith form will go to our hand for next turn, and we can hang on to something like a Survivor. If we want to, or we can just hang on to it right now. That's probably not correct. All right, since the poison kills it, Wraith form goes to our hand for the Hyper Beam turn. I think we get there. Let's do this now. Hopefully we get Bouncing Flask this turn. Yeah, that should be it. We have Bane this turn. Nice. Good Wraith form. All right. Fun. Bronze Automaton taking minimal to no damage. Corpse Explosion helps us round out our poison package. Seems good to me. Also solves some fights like Donu Deka, helps with the Awakened One, and many, many others. Really don't like a Fusion Hammer with an Eternal Feather. Since we're not resting, we're looking to upgrade things. Empty Cage to remove 2 cards. This is card draw in disguise, is how I like to think about Empty Cage. Or we could take a Black Star. We do not have our Emerald Key Piece. Black Star might only be 1 or 2 extra relics. We should probably take Empty Cage over Black Star. At this point in the run, we could pretty easily remove a Defend, and then maybe one of our common attacks that we took really early on. Like Flying Knee is okay. Dagger Throw is okay. Like, I'd probably rather have card draw over the occasional 5th, 6th, 7th energy. I'd also try to remove 2 copies of Defend. Just keep everything else on board. Yeah, exactly. And then look for some backflips. Probably correct to remove defense. Defense, we don't have footwork. I think we've seen footwork a time or two, but pretty happily passed on it. And we have Wraith Form plus Catalyst to get us through a lot of these fights. We're just trying to draw into our combo more than anything. And how we're able to draw into our combo, go to 22 cards. The Fun Eater will be our first boss of Act 3. See, our Empowered Elite is off to the left. So if we had taken Black Star, turns out That was correct. If we had taken Black Star, we get only one elite, no matter which way we go, just due to the pathing that we're given. It's really unfortunate. We do get 3 campfires, far too many events. Yeah, it's kind of a sad act. We actually don't even get a shop either, guaranteed. It'd have to come from an event. Hey, Genesis. Just in time for a prediction. And a pretty good run. Get things started. We'll look to Mind Bloom farm as best we can. Wait, we get there, right? 12. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get a cultist potion, and another copy of Piercing Whale seems great since we just removed all of our defends. Can pretty happily transform another defend to a deadly poison, sure. And we do end up with a shop. That's fun. We could remove our last starter card and defend. I mean, we still have Survivor Neutralize, but you know what I mean. I think we take Twisted Funnel basically all the time. Let's take a Twisted Funnel. Now, do you ever take a Footwork here? We did remove most of our defense, but we're looking to add in cards that say block on them. We just don't have them yet. We're thinking ahead to, say, Donu Deka and the Awakened one, which are going to require that we have defend cards. It's just that we don't have them yet. Let's take it. Let's take it. We want like 4 copies of Backflip in here. I didn't even think about how Twisted Funnel makes Bane so much better. What are you doing? Wait, good fight. Leg Sweep Plus. Yes. And so far, the Mind Bloom farming definitely has not worked out. Shackles. We got some really good colorless cards here. Dark Shackles. It is basically a third Piercing Whale for us. Sadistic Nature is like okay. Panacea is going to work really well with our Wraith form, potentially, since we might need to Wraith form early. So if we upgrade well-laid plans, we can hang on to Panacea plus Wraith form. Definitely do this. 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 Wow, it took 3 cards. We're up to 28 all of a sudden. Whoops. I hope they're good. Let's take an upgrade. Let's do well-laid plans finally. Look, we had a really good thing going, and hopefully we still do. That's all that I can really say about that. I like the new sadistic nature a lot. We played around with it and had some fun. Oh boy. We have 2 copies of Piercing Whale coming around. The only pick, maybe the Dark Shackles, would have been excessive. Maybe. So small. Ah. I guess Catalyst was correct there, right? Like, yeah. Catalyst was correct there. One. Small. Yeah, so if we'd done Catalyst that other turn, then we would have just won there, but that's okay. Cool. I really like the Panacea. Oh, another boat thing. I really like the Panacea pickup. There's our first copy of Backflip, and it says plus on it. Yes. And then we finally have a Mind Bloom. We went through actually only 3 events, so not too bad. We're going to look for a rare relic. Just rage quit on Writhing Mass. This is a feeling that I understand. I feel you. I get it. I do. A lot of other people don't understand you. I understand you. Ah. One of my catalysts to just win forehand. Guess we didn't need Panacea there. Whatever. Cool. Good fight. Our rare relic is a Thread and Needle. Excellent, excellent pickup. Just a bit of plated armor. This is why we were looking for Orichalcum with Wraith form. Just kind of having this around makes it so we don't take so much chip damage when we have Wraith form down. Really like that. This has to be our Sapphire Key. Over a Lantern, unfortunately. I think there's a world where we don't draw block this turn, and that is the big sad going against baseball here. Oh, we have this anyway, but same idea. One hit on our sundial, I guess. I haven't been min-maxing sundial very much. Dex potion is here, probably over a thorns. There's almost no events that we actually want, except for duplicate a card in your deck. Real question though, do you take Wraith form or do you take Catalyst? Probably Wraith form. That's my hunch. Two Catalysts probably beats our Fun Eater fight. But single Catalyst probably also works. Do a Spooky Ghost form plus. Things that say plus, you know what I mean? So good. Kind of hoping for Captain's Wheel here. I think we've had the complete boat before. Pretty sure. All right, we don't want to do too much damage. We don't actually want to kill this one. This is our corpse explosion target. Jerk. I don't know, Zuthus. I've often thought that this game needs more of that style of thing, but I fear that it would break the game. Like if relics combined. So the other one I've proposed is like Eternal Feather plus Regal Pillow should upgrade the pillow into like a down pillow. That kind of thing. Could be a lot of fun. I'm not sure how you would balance it. Do we block this? Yes. I feel like that would have to come from a community-based mod at this point. I don't think they're interested in continuing on upgrading Spire, unfortunately, but it's such a cool idea. Need corpse explosion. Yeah, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. True, but at the same time, the more the merrier. You know what I mean? Second, well-laid plans. I think that's too much. No. But no, I think like for a Spire 2 Electric Boogaloo kind of thing, I would like to see them expand upon what they have, or like like Monster Train already has DLC that's come out. Think about that. Like Monster Train came out after Spire. It was something completely different, but still really good. And thanks. think we need Deadly Poison to say plus. So some kind of DLC or something I think would be excellent for Spire in general. I don't know how they would balance it or what have you, but I just wish that I mean, if you weren't around during beta, they updated the game so frequently. I mean, there was every single Thursday they had a new patch coming out, which was awesome. But then after a while, they stopped with those patches, after the 1.0 release. And for those of us that were around, it's just we just wanted more. So good. It's difficult not to, though. I mean, it's just a compliment to Spire. Like, they did such a good job with Spire that it's tough to not want to see the game continue on in development because they just did such a good job. Spire or Peggle, my favorite game of all time. It's funny that you asked that. Funny that you asked that. I'd have to think about it. I feel like there's an answer there. I'm not sure what my favorite game of all time is, though. Ouch. Yeah, I mean, it is probably Kenshi, but I don't know. Nobody knows what Kenshi is, so I can't ever really... Well, I can talk about it, but it's not as relatable. It doesn't translate quite as well. There's just nothing quite like Kenshi. I can't explain it. I really can't. You haven't played Kenshi? You are not alone. I think most people have not. We can't Bouncing Flask here. Yikes. Cool. That's pretty much the fight. Unfortunately, we lose Sundial no matter what. What is Kenshi? Oh my god, what a question. It's honest, it's really complicated. It's at its core, it is an open world sandbox RPG to the truest sense, in that you can do almost literally anything that you want to do in the game. And that's why I love it. But it is ultra niche. It's not accessible and approachable. It's not a lot of things. But what it is it's a really amazing game. It's like you start out with nothing in the game, and every action you take, even from running from point A from point B, increases a stat. So you're constantly upgrading your athletic skill, and carrying a lot of junk around upgrades your strength skill, those kinds of... So it has those RPG-style elements in it. While at the same time... that again. While at the same time being pretty brutal. And I think there's a lot of build your own adventure in Kenshi as well that I think is a pretty big turn on for me personally. I like it quite a lot. Maybe I should have used that there. Shoot. Ouch. But yeah, I mean, it's on Steam, so you can go look at it. They have a second one coming out. I don't know. I don't want to hype it up too much, but I do really love the game. It's excellent. Man. Oh, what hits? That was great. So that should be pretty much it, right? Yeah, we never take damage again. Cool. Right. Did end up using our liquid memories. I feel a little silly about that. We could have done malaise to break the artifact, and that would have saved us this potion. Look at that. We lock out anyway. Easily. Cool. Whose prediction outcome? Of course we made it through Act 3. Of course, of course. Go to full here. We get one more upgrade. I have some really good upgrades to go around. The Panacea upgrade, allowing us to do both Wraith forms sometimes, is fun. Footwork Plus is also pretty good. Also, extra card draw in Master of Strategy and Acrobatics seems good. It's a great game that's also really bad. That's a good way of putting it. It is. It's such a bad game, but it's the best game ever. I don't know. It's just like why I can't explain it. I'd have to go into like a half-hour thesis defense of Kenshi just to try to put it in perspective of what it actually is and isn't, and why what it isn't also makes it great. It's just, wow. The whole nother beast that I don't think most people would enjoy. But the people that love it, love it. All right, 181 Spire bucks. I'm looking to... the speed potion with that Panacea upgrade that I didn't take. That would have been pretty nice. I feel like a war paint could be okay too. Just 2 upgrades. It's either that or a card remove, but we don't have that much more to remove other than like defend or something. Somehow we managed to get to 31 cards. I don't remember that happening. I was really loving the idea of taking a potion, but these aren't really the ones I want to see. So we can use Panacea with Speed Potion to gain 5 Dexterity. But we don't have, like, dodge and rolls or blurs or... I don't know. We do have a couple backflips in here. We're mostly relying on Panacea Wraith form, and then the Piercing Wail, Dark Shackles for the multi-attacks. Blade Plans. I think we just take upgrades. Yeah, totally fine. Leg Sweep, Acrobatics I really love. That's probably the better of the 2 upgrades there. Leg Sweep Plus is... It's an interesting upgrade. In terms of block, it's just +3. So it's like a 1.5 block per energy gain, but, you know, most of that's made up for the fact that it's 3 turns if weak. Unfortunately for us, we didn't really need a lot more weak in this hit. We've got Neutralize, we had a Leg Sweep Plus already, we had Malaise Plus. Didn't really need the Leg Sweep Plus, second one, on top of that, but extra card draw is great. Okay. I don't want a Wraith form yet. We do have another copy of Wraith form coming around. We can apply Weak, which seems like a good idea, so we can Terror Leg Sweep on the Spear here, meaning we're left with enough energy to backflip and make sure that we're good. We also have Horncleave for turn 2. Actually, we wouldn't Leg Sweep. We would just Malaise. So Terror Malaise. Yeah, that changes things. That's nice. Good amount of block for next turn. I doubt that it's worth it to get that footwork into play. We only have 3 cards of 22 that are coming up that actually say block on them, so this is a pretty inefficient use of Leg Sweep. Or not Leg Sweep, footwork, sorry. -4 strength and weak. That is excellent. Did not end up with an amazing turn here, but also, in another sense, we did. So we have Neutralize, then Piercing Wail, then Corpse Explosion. Then it's up to where we're throwing Corpse Explosion. Might actually want to throw it on Spear. Because we have Catalyst, we can do that much poison. Especially with this Wraith form coming around. But I don't think we're making up the small amount of HP difference, so the 125 it would do over here, it's going to be difficult for us to make up 40-some damage with what we have in here that isn't poison. And we don't have Noxious Fumes in play either. Could think about doing Master of Strategy first, though I think our turn is largely done. There's few things that would come around to actually change that. We might keep this here. Or in the deck, rather. Okay. $57. Oh boy. We did not draw our Wraith form. We drew our Wraith form. With Panacea too. Gross. Gross in a good way, though. Still no well-laid plans. These are the worst laid plans of all time. Ah. Over here. All right, this goes to 59. Goes to 59, so this is a kill. Nice. Ah. Get a letter opener and a fire potion for our troubles. Alchemize is here. Love an Alchemize, just a free potion. We don't have burst for Alchemize, but sure. Sure. Why not? Now, we did not get our well-laid plans on turn 1. We do have Panacea on turn 1. So we can block the vulnerable, and then we also have footwork here. So a lot of things to at least consider for this first turn. We're getting 5 status cards injected into the deck. So you can also think about it, if we draw 5 cards per turn, disregarding the card draw we have, that's 6 turns before we shuffle the deck. Probably in reality, somewhere around 4 or 5. So in theory, if we have well-laid plans in play by that time, it's then going to take us, you know, about half that many on average turns to draw Panacea again, to then play Panacea plus Wraith form. So what we're probably doing instead is letting our Dexterity go at a certain point with Wraith form, and then we're allowing our well-laid plans and multiple copies of Strength down effects to deal with the multi-attacks. But we need Noxious Fumes pretty badly. You have 5 Dexterity. Block the vulnerable. Hey, cool. We have a malaise for this turn. So we can do a few things here. We don't actually have to use this malaise quite yet. We have well-laid plans. We can use malaise to also get through another turn of the multi-attack. So we get through this one, but we can hang on to it. It also could be used for artifact removal. So probably better to do this. Still no Noxious Fumes. Noxious Fumes is kind of our win condition here, unfortunately. I mean, Bouncing Flask is to a greater extent, but we need Noxious Fumes to treadmill this poison, is what I call it anyway. Oof. That mean the poison doesn't go away? Yeah. So the idea is that the poison isn't necessarily gaining a lot, especially with Noxious Fumes not plus. That's how I think about just base Noxious Fumes. Where is it? Where are you? There you are. So apply 2 poison, so the non-upgraded version isn't really great at gaining poison. It just kind of keeps it where it is. I mean, you're gaining like 1 poison per turn. So largely just treadmilling poison. So keeping your poison applied, and just that fact, breaking artifact and keeping your poison where it is a huge benefit to Noxious Fumes. Noxious Fumes Plus, it's okay at actually gaining poison. Probably not great, but it's okay. I don't know if we do this Dark Shackles. I would like to Master of Strategy. Again, we need to draw around to our poison cards. I think just ending turn here is probably incorrect, even though we don't take that much damage. We got 3 more card plays. We have Malaise and 2 copies of Piercing Wail. We have no copies of Piercing... Wait, we have 1 here. Okay. We can hang on to this Piercing Wail, then. Okay. Okay, the poison package is here. We are guaranteed to draw a Wraith form for next turn. The poison will only go up. So here's the thing. We can hang on to both Terror and Piercing Wail. So Terror would remove the artifact, and then Piercing Wail deals with the multi-attack. I think we're hoping to be multi-attacked next turn. I think that also means that we don't want to play Dagger Throw. Question becomes whether we want to play Catalyst already. If we don't play Catalyst, we're missing out on a ton of damage. We're safe through... Safe through like 7 or 8 turns. Maybe more. So this would just need to be about 100 poison, which we get to. And then we can increment it with like a Corpse Explosion. And we have Deadly Poison. We probably get there. $60? I think we do it. To wait, again, would be to wait many more turns, and we're not actually increasing our poison that much over that time. Ah, good. So it is the multi-attack. That's exactly what we wanted. We have Terror plus Piercing Wail. We get to save our Wraith forms. Seven energy. Cool. Full block here, feeling really good. I don't know if we can lose at this point. I mean, Alchemize is cute, but probably don't need it. Oh my god, imagine taking Wraith form and not even needing a single one. Yo, find me the fairy, please. No. Devastating. We could also free the Wraith form fairies. People often think that this is a spooky ghost form. It's actually just me covered in the safety blanket that is Wraith form. Be free, my Wraith form fairies. Dude, that's a good run. The Silent does it again. The most remarkable thing, hour and 17 minutes. That's fast. That was a really fast one. The most remarkable thing, we didn't even have that much poison. We had a single Bouncing Flask plus, we had a single Deadly Poison plus, we had Noxious Fumes plus, Catalyst, boom, dead. The heart wins. Excuse me, we win. The heart dies. Did we take damage against the heart there? I don't... Maybe we took some beat of... I think we took some beat of death. But otherwise a clean fight. Yeah, we took a little bit. No, there was one like big attack where we got some damage. 32 cards. We were at like 22 cards. We took an empty cage coming out of Act 2. Somehow found 10 cards to add to this deck. Got a lot of good stuff. I think the Panacea Wraith form ended up working out probably the best. Dark Shackles, arguably, debatably, was pointless because we didn't end up actually needing it. You know, we had the 2 Piercing Wails already, so maybe that was excessive. Always important to look for those things in wins to where taking too many cards ends up being a bit unnecessary. Master of Strategy, I don't think it did a lot for us, but love having the card draw. What it did at the very least was allowed us to cycle the deck faster, which is always a good thing. Getting back around to our stuff, we got our well-laid plans doing a ton of work. I mean, what more is there to say? I think Panacea Wraith form was probably the biggest component of the win here, allowing us to feel really safe doing early Wraith forms against Time Eater and Donu and Deco. Whether or not we actually needed the Panacea, since we had, 2 copies of Wraith form, maybe that's another thing. Maybe we didn't. But I felt pretty good having that around and leaning into it. But, that said, we didn't end up with a lot of relics here. Mercury Hourglass is fantastic. I said when we picked this up that this is one of the highest damage relics in the game, and 516 damage. Getting it early on floor 9. 22 damage per combat. It's amazing. So good in terms of a damage relic. A Velvet Choker wasn't too much of an issue. Unceasing Top drew a single card. Thanks for nothing, you jerk. But everything else, the anchor, the boat thing, the horn cleat, all in all, really nice clean run. That was good. That was smooth. That was really smooth after those Ironclad runs. That we're gonna forget existed. Yeah, the relic sets are from a mod. I have links to them in the Discord, but they're also on the Steam Workshop. This one is aptly named. It is called Relic Stats. It's pretty easy to find. And one of my favorites, I think, especially for newer players, like recognizing the importance of these relics, which may not be quite so obvious. I think Mercury Hourglass is one of those where it's nice to have, but you don't really realize the full impact until you actually have the stats behind it. I also think Letter Opener is another one of those, especially on the Silent, who tends to have a lot of skills too. If you can take a Letter Opener, it does so much damage throughout the course of the run. It's really good.